Does it look like I'm wearing a toupee?
I don't even know what it looks like you're wearing. Too bad you're not in shot. The camera can't see you. Come embarrass yourself and sit down. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today. This podcast is an Andy Vlogs production in association with All Games Played. You are listening to
Shh, Mom is talking.
my entirety.
Is this
Miss
one?
Evelyn Paulus. My voice is terrible because I've woken up an hour ago and my body doesn't know how to wake up.
No, it doesn't.
I'm consuming a ginger peach.
Nope. Mint.
Ginger mint tea.
Nope. Mint.
Just a mint tea?
Yes.
I was actually thinking ginger the entire time. I'm drinking mint.
It does not have ginger at all.
It does not taste like mint. You taste it.
No, I can smell it.
It doesn't taste like mint.
It smells like toothpaste.
It tastes like ginger.
It smells like toothpaste.
Hey, what's the occasion?
I don't know, you tell me.
I'm embarrassed having this long cord connected to me because I didn't charge my batteries. So embarrassing. So this is like Shh, Mom's talking kind of, huh?
Okay.
Are we bringing it back? Trying to tell the world that having kids isn't bad and you can do it on one income the entire time?
I heard and having kids is bad.
Having kids isn't bad. We've done it 15 years, one income since the very beginning.
Very beginning.
Did you work at all?
A little bit.
When?
Nah, it was like what?
3 months?
3 months? 4 months?
We got married 15 years ago. I enjoyed our first night together 15 years ago. What? It was a beautiful night getting married. What are you thinking about? What is she thinking about? You're corrupt.
I'm just doing this. What are you thinking about?
That wedding and that, what's it called? The reception was awesome. Do you want to recount it?
The wedding day?
Yeah.
The whole day?
Well, what's the one thing you remember of our wedding day?
Whenever I think of the day, I think of my aunt helping me get ready.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, well, not remember, but I think of us taking the pictures behind the temple. I remember...
And having your cousin, your future cousin, take our best picture on his iPhone 5.
They were already married. What are you talking about?
Oh, they were already married. That's right. They were expecting.
The best picture.
Yeah, we spent like $500 on a photographer, and she was garbage. And our cousin just bends down. Hey, bend down. This is a trope. This is a meme. And he's like on his iPhone 5, takes a picture. And that was the best picture we had.
It's the one we always use.
Shout out to you, Julio.
Yeah. I mean, it's, for the longest time after that, anytime that I knew that someone was getting married, I was just always like, spend the money on the photographer.
Yeah, seriously.
Spend all the money on the photographer.
We look back on those pictures a lot.
Well, I mean, how many other times well, not really a lot, but how many other times did we go back to the temple and we took pictures? Like, nicer pictures. A couple times.
I think 5 or 6 years ago, our sister-in-law took pictures for us. You remember that?
And then when we celebrated when we celebrated our 10-year.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Were you pregnant with Eleanor?
When I was pregnant with Eleanor.
Yeah.
Oh, was that our 10-year? And then when I was pregnant with Doherty, Aseneth took our pictures.
Shout out to you, Senna.
And then there were some other ones. I wanted to get pictures done before they knocked it down.
So getting ready was memorable to you, that wedding night, that wedding day?
Yeah, because it was my aunt. She was helping me. Help me get into my dress. No, Opa.
Opa.
She helped me get into my dress and fix my hair, and asked me if I wanted to put more makeup on, and I said, no, I don't want to. I'm like, I already have some on.
What has been one of the longest standing debates between our relationship?
I need to wear more makeup?
Ding, ding, ding.
No, thanks.
Before you made that comment, the one thing that stood out to me and what I thought in my mind, this was after we had performed the marriage in the temple. We're LDS, if you didn't know, active and still believing, which my question to all you who don't believe anymore, what moral framework do you base your decisions on? Anyway, the one thing that I remembered vividly was you walking through the doors, and we have footage of this. I'll probably overlay it here. When you walked out of there, it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
When we walked out of the temple together?
Because it was the first time I'd ever seen you in makeup. And the last time I'd ever seen you in makeup.
No, when?
This was when you were walking out of the doors of the temple, the Provo temple.
When we were walking out together and everybody was taking our pictures?
I thought I came out first. Oh, no. I was waiting in the waiting room. Okay. That's right, because we came out together out of the doors. I'll step back. There's a waiting room in the temple, and she was getting ready, and she came around the corner, and I was sitting in the waiting room, and that's when I had that thought.
Oh, with my dress.
It was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen, because I hadn't seen you in your dress before, and you had your hair done, and it was gorgeous.
Don't remind me of my hair.
Beautiful. Your hair, your makeup.
So that's the problem.
Beautiful.
When you get married at 20. Was I 20?
Yeah, you're 20.
I was 20. When you get married at 20.
No, you were 19.
No, I was 20. Because we have a picture of me turning 21 and we're in the basement. It's studio.
You were 20, that's right.
If you're young and you're not a girly girl and you just don't like that stuff,
It's okay.
just do it right. Just do it on your wedding day. Just do it.
Wow.
Just do it.
Wow. I can't believe you're admitting this.
Well, I hated my hair. I hated my makeup, or that I didn't have any makeup on.
But is the makeup for you? Is the hair for you?
It helps you feel better, and then you look better.
Who's it for then, though?
Well, you always say it's for you.
Yeah, that's right. Because who's the consumer of beauty? Are you the consumer of beauty? Of female beauty? No.
Possibly.
Yeah. Do you have any more memorable things of that day?
No.
No? Just you getting ready and having your anthem. Do you remember any other part of that afternoon, or that evening that you want to share? The night?
Taking the pictures, just the two of us after, was fun.
When we were at the Roses and like on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
We recreated a lot of those, I think, on our 10 year, so.
Yeah. But I was pregnant.
That's right. The second memorable thing, I think, was the dancing, at least for me. I had not, at that point, enjoyed a Latin wedding reception. And
You had never been to
I'd
one.
never been to one, or I'd never attended one. And
But you attended my family parties.
Yeah. But we never, that was the first time that I had been to a DJ event with a DJ, and that was like eye-opening. That was like the first and only culture shock I've ever had. Was like, wait, we can bring a DJ into the church? Because we had our reception at the Stake Center.
Why not? We've done it plenty of times.
Getting down with my good friend and dancing like that all night with Dave Bean was so memorable. That was really fun. Obviously, my brothers.
I would have wanted a big band.
You'd have rather have had a big band? It was great. The boom, 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 boom. That was great. I felt nervous. I was like, are we doing something wrong here in the church? And then I realized you guys do it for every party and for the next 15 years. It was great. Okay, so it's been 15 years. What is just like first memory that comes to mind in the last 15 years together that has made you happy?
Babies. All of us with the babies.
Like having all 4 together at once, just
Yeah,
having
all of us together.
Is there a specific memory?
I don't know. Our trips, all of the trips we do together. And then the kids talk about it forever after that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite trip with the family?
San Diego trips are always fun.
Yeah, when we visit your uncle.
Yeah.
I think the most memorable that I had, I think was when we went to Disney World during COVID. That was probably my favorite trip, and one of my saddest trips because Eleanor wasn't with us. We could have brought her. We should have brought her.
You told me when we were in Animal Kingdom, you were like, yeah, good thing we didn't bring her.
No.
Yeah, you
I
did.
said that?
You said that. Because we were going from like place to place, waiting for buses, being late or staying out late.
I would have carried her the entire time. She was only like 1 year old.
Would we have been able to go on all those rides if we had her?
When she always tells me, she's, Daddy, you didn't bring me to Disney World.
Actually, one of the boys brought that up the other day.
Yeah, it's so sad.
To her. I don't remember why.
I feel so sad because she loves watching those vlogs.
Yeah, but she's already gone to Disneyland like 4 times.
What was, in the last 15 years, one of the hardest memories? One of the most difficult times that you felt?
Well, I don't want to talk about that.
Just give one.
Oh.
No? Why not? Just in general, like
I guess just
health.
being home with kids. That's hard.
That's been tough. What's the main reason? Is it that they don't respect some of the rules?
Well, I mean, it's different when they're younger. It's when they're really young.
Oh,
and
so
you're
that was
literally alone.
I'm here.
No, ask any mom with young kids. You just
Oh, I
feel tired and alone and defeated and tired. Extra tired.
Which child would you say was the most difficult? Where you felt the most alone or the most tired?
I don't know. Maybe it was with Doherty. Could have been with Tono.
For me, I think it was, I would say it was probably like 2 years ago or a year and a half ago when I had that tooth issue. I still have that blank tooth right here. When I had, those long days at work, trying to scale the business. You were sick, or not sick, but you had health issues, like your wrist. It was like right when you had your wrist. We were having hard times with Nicholas, and Antonio was having hard times, blah, blah, blah. And then just my tooth. Just excruciating pain every day. That was probably the hardest.
Tooth pain's the worst.
Yeah, and then they ripped it out and it felt so amazing. It was delicious.
Wait, where did you do that? Why don't we just go there with Nicholas?
I don't know if they have I mean, we could. Nicholas has a bad tooth too. He's got terrible genetics with his teeth, just like I do. Really soft enamel, and he's got a molar that's dead, basically. And they want to do a root canal. I'm like, no, it's gonna die just like mine did. I was literally his age when I got a root canal, and then a few years later, when I was like 17, my grown molar died. It chipped off.
Well, and all 4 wisdom teeth are coming in right now.
Yeah, and all his wisdom teeth are coming in. So they're saying that they will rip that one out and push the wisdom tooth down, and then he can get braces. So that's what we're dealing with. We're like, he's only 14. He's having to deal with like massive oral surgery.
My baby's 14.
Yeah, we have a 14-year-old. Okay, we'll move away from the sad stuff. I like to talk about what's hard and what's difficult, and so you can listen back to it in 20 years.
Motherhood's hard.
Well,
Ask
Be
all
specific.
the
What?
mothers out there.
No, they all say it's hard, but you give a couple of, like, if I had a debate with you and I said, if like motherhood is hard, what do you mean by hard? Describe
Difficult.
it. Okay, how is it difficult? What makes it difficult? People want to hear this. 15 years, 4 kids. You've done it.
You're juggling everything. Oh, who was it? Somebody posted something about exactly this. About how you're juggling everything and it feels like you're dropping all the balls when you really are trying to do everything that you need to do to keep everyone like fed, happy, alive, clean, organized.
Okay, so one ball is feeding everyone. Is that difficult to feed, especially in the summer, breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Do you find that difficult? What are ways that you feed kids?
Also, it's because like everybody's not home at the same time too.
So that's another ball, is that everyone's not at home. Their life is getting more complex, and you're the one that's having to facilitate getting them wherever they need to be.
Mm-hmm.
So for food, because this might be good, how do you juggle feeding 4 children, 3 meals a day, and a husband who's hardly at home?
Well, you miss the meal, you miss the meal. Go find something else to eat.
So
If you're hungry, go find
teach
your
your
own
kids,
snack.
you teach our kids at a young age to make basic food?
Oh yeah, I'm trying to.
That's a good tip. Yeah. So there are some, there's different parenting styles out there, right? I think the most common in at least that I've seen, is that there's a lot of helicoptering. Like, mom wants to do everything, dad wants to do everything.
Mm.
Have you seen it beneficial for the kids' development to teach them how to feed themselves, or basic cooking?
Yeah, because then they can eat and do that whenever they want. They don't need to wait for mama.
It's great.
Yeah.
You said scheduling. How do you manage schedules? What's your plan? 'Cause that's a ball you're juggling for the difficulty. Do you just kind of, oh yeah, it's at 3 o'clock. Oh yeah, what's your process?
Well, just try hard to remember it.
So you don't use any
alarms?
Okay.
No, it's on the calendar.
Okay,
yes.
Calendar. You use a calendar. Great. What calendar do you use? Do you use an app?
Phone.
Do you use...
It's on the phone.
Okay. Be
And I
specific.
put it on the kitchen calendar, and Doherty likes to look at that. I need a
so
bigger calendar.
you have
that one's too small.
What do you put on the bigger calendar as opposed to the Google Calendar?
Well, all of your stuff's on the Google Calendar too.
What's nice is we have Google speakers or whatever, and we also have like a Google Hub, and the Google Hub will display that day's calendar items, right?
Yeah.
So that mom can check on it. We have one upstairs and one in the kitchen. The kids don't usually do, but I'll usually put, if I'm at the studio, if I've got D&D, if I've got a cousin thing, if I've got a podcast thing. Ooh. So that at least keeps you and I on the same page. And we swear by that calendar. Like, if it's on the calendar, it takes priority, right? That's
It's on the calendar.
So if you put something on there and I'm like, hey, this Friday I want to do something, you're like, no, I'm going out with Kayla and we're going to a girls' dinner. I say, okay. And like, that's one way that we've managed schedules, is like, if she wants to have some away time with other adults that are her age and her gender.
You have more away time with adults than I do.
Yeah. I in the last 2 years, yes, because I have the podcast, but that's slowly ramping out. I haven't had as much lately.
You have like 3 different game groups. You're gone like twice a week.
It's probably 2 now. I think we lost one, but that's kept me sane. So we're going back to the juggling. Usually there's 3 balls when you juggle. 1 is feeding, 2 is scheduling. What's the 3rd ball that's difficult in?
No, I said more than 3.
Well, I said at least 3. Do you want to give more than 3? For the sake of our discussion here, we can do 3. Do you want to do more?
Time?
So scheduling is a ball that's difficult for being a mom. Feeding all your children is difficult being a mom. What else? What makes it difficult being a mom?
Summertime, keeping them entertained which
So-
is not my job,
Keeping children entertained.
but keeping them entertained so that they're not bothering me as much.
Okay, so let's unpack that. So, what do you mean it's not your job?
They're old enough. They can figure out what to
Okay,
do.
so hopefully when you've got kids that are in their post-toddler, in their adolescence, you're saying that one of your goals, or not one of your goals, one of your things that you do when raising kids is teaching them how to entertain themselves. What does that include?
They can do anything but be in front of a screen.
One thing that we've employed in our house is grounding our children. But we don't ground them to their rooms, we ground them from the house. So this usually is accomplished on Fridays and Saturdays, but we will say you're grounded from the house from after breakfast to dinner time.
They don't last that long though. It's
Yeah.
too hot.
Especially when it's like 95 degrees. It's
Wait, why is
difficult.
Nicholas calling?
Nick is calling? That's right.
Hi, Nikki.
You're on.
Oh, there's my
I thought
handsome.
they were asking if you had the car seat. I just found it.
Aye. Okay.
Hey,
Yeah, it's
Nick,
in the garage.
where are you guys going?
Car garage?
You going to the splash pad?
No, we're going to.
Huh?
You're just gonna go to the park. You're not gonna go to the splash pad.
I don't know. I think that's what everyone else is doing. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't play in splash pads.
Nicholas, what's in the last 15 years? What's your most memorable memory?
I don't know.
First thing that comes to mind.
I don't know.
Come on, in the last 14 years, bruh.
Well, if you guys are going to the splash pad, don't forget the towels and the bag with the sunblock. And hats, okay?
Well, even if we're not going to the splash pad, I'm pretty sure they're just gonna play at the park.
Okay.
I threw a football in the garage. It was in the car.
No,
It's-
it was in the garage.
Yeah, it's in the garage.
Oh,
It's in the
that's
garage.
my Nikki. Okay, bye.
But
That was fun. That was our eldest, Nicholas. We're in the phase where Nicholas is he's a teenager. He's going into high school this year. He's in the Crimson Regiment, which is marching band. He's really good. He plays the baritone.
She has two swimsuits.
And,
One has pineapples on it, and the other one has flowers on it.
He's really, I think, starting to bloom into a great young man. He's got some duties and responsibilities that we've given him. He knows the house rules. We're trying to teach him how to be confident. We're trying to teach him how to be conscientious. Many times, like in the last 3 years, I think one of the most helpful things for our relationship is being able to go out and date again. Each other. Forgot a couple words there. Evie keeps joking that I've got a second family. I'm not letting anything slip. Anyway, since Nick has been like 11 or 12, she's beat red. Since Nicholas turned like 11 or 12, we let him be the man of the house when Evie and I would go out on dates and we do things at night, and that's been really helpful. Why are you in stitches now? You embarrassed? Why are you laughing so hard? She's lost it. She's out of it. She's gone.
We learned how to date.
We do not have an open marriage.
Oh.
It's definitely closed.
Oh, each other.
We're not one of those weird secularists that want to test out opening a marriage. No.
That was
Which
funny.
is a stupid idea. But anyway. So anyway, Nicholas, and now Tono as well, Antonio, he's 12, and so if Nicholas is gone, we'll let Antonio kind of be the man of the house, and it's been really helpful giving these kids responsibilities.
babies.
One other thing that I think raising, at least from a man's perspective, giving kids responsibilities and duties in the house, and then keeping them honest, right? Not letting them slip, right? So if their responsibility is to, you need to do this one, Mom. Point at that. No, this one. Point at that one. You need to give your child responsibilities and then follow up on that. So, for instance, their job is to gather all the trash and put the trash cans out on trash day. Dad takes the big trash out, but since Dad goes to work early in the morning on Thursdays...
I take the big trash out. What are you talking about?
Like from the kitchen trash. I usually put it in the trash can. Me. Like doing yard work.
You're talking about the billions of boxes. I put those in the trash.
And then giving them responsibilities of the chores. So we don't do... I decided not to do wages or like, what do you call that?
Allowance?
Because I wanted to teach the kids that they've got responsibilities. They have to do it every week. Just like Dad has his responsibilities and Mom has her own gendered responsibilities too. The kids should have their own familial responsibilities. And so theirs is to clean a bathroom, clean the room thoroughly, and have a helpful chore, which is usually like a big room. So we've been slowly getting Eleanor into that, which has been difficult, but now...
And she did it all by herself. Everything. Yeah, just the other day.
Amazing. That was
She
like
was so excited.
cute. So she's going to start doing that. And like 4-year-olds can do chores. They can clean. Like we need to start teaching her how to do the dishes. Get her a little step so she could stand up and do the dishes, at least her dishes. So that's been I think crucial in managing, boredom or giving them responsibilities and then giving them ample opportunities to do things, right? So like having Play-Doh, having arts and crafts, having technology that builds talents, not just vegging or playing games. Like obviously we let the kids play games, but like Nicholas right now is learning...
What kind of parents do you think we are?
I know, seriously. We would never not play games. But like even like the kids have been like on this Fortnite thing and it's been so frustrating, and we like tell them, hey, you can play the classics on the Switch, and so we'll ground them from specific games so that they play like older video games that aren't as like addictive and like gambling addictive. So
but that doesn't usually last long.
Yeah, it doesn't last long because they're like, this is so boring. So I think that's like an issue that that tablets and devices have really messed with our culture, is that kids get a lot more bored easily, much quicker. Yeah. I remember like I would go outside and I remember when I was Nick's age, I would go into the mountains, and I had stumbled upon my my grandpa's film camera. This is where I learned camera, taking pictures, and ultimately into videography, but I was like 14 or 15. I remember stumbling upon it. It was when my brother was about to go on his mission. And I'm like, hey, what's this? And he's like, oh, it's Grandpa's camera. I'm like, you have this? He's like, yeah, I inherited it. And he gave it to me while he was on his mission. And that's where I like learned to use film. And I love film cameras. I love it. I have a couple of them. And I remember going out when I was 14, just up in the mountains, out in the wilderness, and I found this like dead carcass, and I was taking pictures of like this rib cage and like all these quakey leaves and then maple leaves as well. So,
well, you had easy access to like nature, outdoors.
Nature's like we have.
I know.
They just have to walk up the hill. Literally, that's what I had to do. I had to walk up the hill. If they just go where that bike thing is, that's literally like a quarter mile away.
Yeah. But how many times have I told them to
trying to kick them out of the house
outside.
And go explore? I think managing the kids' like attention is a third juggling ball that's very difficult, and I think we've tried our best to do well with that. Keeping them busy as well. Like Antonio's thing's basketball. Nicholas' thing is music. Nicholas just found out, he just learned that you can download this free software to compose music. And I go down there, it's like 11 o'clock at night, and he's like, Dad, I gotta finish this. I'm like, hey, more power to you. Just don't let your mom know.
No, I know. He always says there's not enough time in the day to do everything that he wants.
Yeah.
And like...
That's something I struggle with.
I'm like, I've heard that before.
But you don't
have to do it all. You don't have to do it all. You can do it tomorrow. Just turn it off. Start
Yeah.
again tomorrow.
My question to you is, how do you think we've been able to manage raising 4 kids, getting into a home, and still being active in church and doing things that we want? Like, what do you think the special sauce is for you?
The
Like,
first,
how come you haven't been able to work while everyone else works? What do you
those
think?
are two completely different things.
Okay.
But right when you said the word manage, all I thought was blood, sweat, and tears.
Lots of blood, lots of tears, lots of sweat.
Maybe less blood, more tears.
I think, I hope I don't get canceled for this, but I think the way that we have managed it healthily is we followed principles of the gospel that are taught in our church, especially the roles and responsibilities that a husband, a father, and a priesthood holder has to manage, and then a mother, a priestess, and a queen, a mother, a queen, and a wife.
I always think it's weird
has
when you
to
say
manage.
queen.
You're my queen. I'm the king of our kingdom. And following, which also includes gender roles, we've had to have, conversations about those expectations and some of those things. And I think as you lean more towards the traditional, more towards what, from an evolutionary biology standpoint, what women are more capable of doing, if you lean into those strengths, and what men are biologically more inclined towards, I think you'll have more success. I don't think I'm not giving a prescription of how every family should be, but I think in general, as folks have leaned towards that, and I think the data has suggested it, families that are more religious, especially men, this was recent, as men are more religious and they follow this would be Judeo-Christian values, they follow a religion, I think their reported satisfaction in life, satisfaction in marriage, their reported wealth, happiness is higher than people that don't. So I'm not saying that if you do this, then this, but it's like if we took 100 people in a pool and started questioning all 100 of them, the majority or the plurality of people, so between like 25 and 45%, or the majority, which would be above 50%, would say that I'm successful because we follow these traditional values that are based on principles of Christianity.
Okay.
And as we have followed that, where we try our best to praise the family at night, we attend church, we adopt day to day the principles that Christ taught in the Bible and in the Book of Mormon, and then also like follow the gender prescriptions that are in the family proclamation of the world, like women do this, men do this. Each child is a their identity isn't based on their immutable characteristics. Like, you're a child of God, period. It doesn't matter what your skin color looks like, it doesn't matter what gender you are. Like, we've pushed these, like, your eternal identity, which is like a child of God, rather than, you're half Latino and half white, you're part Greek and part, Gypsy, which is some of your family. You're from South America, you're from Norway, which is from my family. Like, even though we've taught those, like,
They know
where their family came from, the most important thing is that you're a child of God, and that regardless of your situation, you can do amazing things. But that's been in the framework of a Christian moral ethic. I don't know. Anyway, I kind of waxed philosophical there, as I usually do in these podcasts. But what do you think has been kind of the glue that has allowed us to? I think we're successful, Evie. Like, we're in the vast minority of folks in the United States.
Okay.
My job is very stable. I make a good living. We've been able to start a business, which has been very profitable in the last 2 years. Like, it's scaled really amazingly. You haven't had to work. We can pay for some of the modern conveniences that we normally wouldn't have 15 years ago. Like what
True.
what is the glue that keeps that, like allowed that to be? What is the cement, the stones that created that foundation? I don't know.
Stones that created the foundation.
Yeah, like what enabled us to be able to get to the point where we're at? Do you think we're in a better, are you more happy now than you were 15 years ago? Was this whole adventure 15 years ago, was it worth it, or was it kind of
Oh,
just
you
on
mean
a
like
whim?
us getting married?
Yeah, I mean, would you say that you'd be in a better spot if we hadn't done this? I think about this all the time. Why did the Roman Empire end, Emmy? Do you think about the Roman Empire?
I think about Disneyland ending.
If you were lost in the woods, would you rather encounter a bear or a man? Anyway.
I already forgot your like 50 questions.
I know. Okay, so let me get back to it. What is the glue? What is the cement?
We're the glue. We're the cement.
I like that.
When we're together. That's what I think.
So there's something about men
if
and women.
we stay together, then it works. But if we drift apart, then it doesn't work. And then you cry.
Yeah, and then you cry.
And then you roll up into a ball.
It's hard. But we can do it. It's better to do it together, right?
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Aww.
Wow. All right, I think we're going to end there. That was good. Thanks, Mom.
Daddy.
Do you have anything to say after these last 15 years to me? What's one thing that you want to say to me after these last 15 years?
I'm the glue.
I'm the table.
What's that
What do you bring to the table? It's when people ask women, what do you bring to the table?
And they say,
I'm the table. I asked you, what's the glue then? It's just
You're the table. I'll just be the glue.
You'll be the nice flower. You'll be the nice china on top of the table.
The flower on the table.
But what's one thing you want to say to me in the last 15 years?
I don't know. You're not, I'm not good at this. I've been wanting for that to pop the last like 2 hours.
That was a good pop.
I don't know.
You don't pull a teenage Nicholas. Oh no. Oh no.
You know I never know what to say.
Well.
And you make me say stuff.
Well, it's important.
I don't know. It's hard to say, Dada. Just that I'm happy.
It's not what you said last night.
And that I still can't believe you gave me this ring when you were 20 years old.
That was because of my great uncle. I would not have been able to afford that.
Look how cute it is.
It's a beautiful rose. No, not rose. It's a tulip. 3 tulip. I think it's like quarter carat, and half carat. And you've loved it. And you wanted something else.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I sent you this picture first.
It was this manly ring that looked like this, and like the diamond was inset into the ring.
How do you
and you're
even
like,
remember
I love
that?
it because I was so mad. It was like this emotion thing that like, who is this girl? She loves tulips. She told me like way early she would love to have a tulip ring, and then we went to this like laser cut blue laser diamonds that was like all a scam because the company's gone now, but they made these like really gaudy rings that were just disgusting. She wanted this man ring. Yeah, I totally remember it.
I sent you a picture.
And it was like a $3,200 ring.
Months in advance.
I know. You went with Alex.
I sent you this along. I
I
don't remember anything else.
I remember all of that. It was sharp.
Yeah, but as we all know, you cameras here
That's your camera.
know first that you never know what you're talking about, and you always mix up your stories.
I don't. At the beginning I did for a second, but I remember vividly 16 years ago, 15 years ago.
What about your ring? Don't you love your ring?
I have not let this. I've never lost it, but I think there's only a handful of days that I've gone without it on, and it's like melded to my skin.
No, Kayla's is. She can't take it off.
It's funny.
She could barely make it budge, and then you can see like
the divots.
Yeah. It's bad.
Yeah. I love my ring. It's tungsten carbide. I think it's titanium and tungsten carbide. It's like $100. It says it in it. Oh, whatever.
It was $100.
Well, that's a lot for a girl that doesn't work, who's living in her soft girl era.
I was working.
Girls just need to live in their soft girl era. Guys need to live in their hard guy era.
I was working.
Men level up. Don't be lazy. Girls, live in your soft girl era. That's it. You don't need to be a man. You just be a girl. I don't know why so many women want to be just like guys. It's so weird.
You don't want to be a man, just be a girl.
Yeah, I'm telling the girls to stop trying to act like men. God. Giggly and soft girl like mama.
I love you.
Aww, finally got it out of you. What do I want? She goes 20, I go 80. That's how you do it, man.
I go 80.
Abby, you're my. I always say I love you. What do I usually say? My love for you is eternal. I always say that. It is. It doesn't just end when we die.
Hold on, watch this.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to be sincere. I'm trying to be real here with you.
I know, and you know that I
You're
can't.
awkward.
I don't like it.
What do I call you? Cookie. I love you, Cookie.
When was the last time you said that?
Cookie Lookie. That's what I used to call you.
When was the last time you said that? It's been a while.
When we were married.
All the
It's
time.
been a great run. I love you. Let's not give up.
Look at the camera.
Okay. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to ask you. Shoot, this is long. What is one thing you want to work on to make this 15 years last 50? Because mom and dad just celebrated 50. What do you need to work on to make this last?
You always have to work on yourself.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
One
We'll
specific
see.
thing that you need to do to work on yourself.
Oh.
That's what you just said. You need to work on yourself. What does that mean? One thing you need to work on.
I need to.
Because we're moving into
patient. I need to calm down. I need to be stronger. I need to be healthier. I need to get in shape. I need to go to all the doctor's appointments because everything in my body is wrong with me. I need to not be scared. I need to take vitamins.
Because we have 5 years. The next 5 years is probably going to be
take
the
the right
hardest.
medicine.
We're going to have
I need
teenagers, Evie.
to
We've got one teenager and one close to being a teenager.
become cooler because all the teenagers will be coming over to the house.
You gotta be cooler.
I'm always
I love
listening
it.
to my Korean
That's what I
music
love
really
about
loud.
Mom. She's humble. That's one of the most awesome thing about Evie. She's humble. She just spat out like 10 things that she's gonna work on to make this last 50 years into eternity. What I need to work on, I think some of the same things. I need to be more patient with you, Mommy. I need to be more.
Why'd you say me? I just said in
I get
general.
impatient. We
Thanks, Andy.
if the logical extension of saying that 15 years lasted because we worked together means that we need to continue to work together. So I need to make sure that I consider you and not be domineering or be dismissive of your thoughts and your feelings, because I do
have
that.
a lot of them.
Yes, and some of them are very important and some of them are very unimportant.
Hurry up, I need Alka-Seltzer.
I love you.
I hear you.
This was fun. 15 years to another 35. You can do it. Okay, Mom's gonna leave.
Wait.
Now I'm gonna start pushing everyone.
Wait.
Okay? You can do it. You can
Wait.
have kids. They're not that expensive.
Wait.
Did you know that men gain more wealth as they're married and they have kids? The most happy man out there, the most happy human out there in the United States is a married man with kids. The most unhappy human out there is a unmarried woman without kids in her 40s in management. It doesn't make you happy. Being a soft girl makes you happy.
Okay, listen, hold on. One of the things that I do miss and I enjoyed
Miss?
so much was our basement studio.
Really? Mm-hmm. Why?
I wish we were there longer.
Oh. Yeah, I think so. we basically had what's it called? What's the word? Honeymoon baby. I do miss that. That was really fun.
Oh,
Especially coming home and working after school and work, and then you had food on our little tiny like TV dinner tables. So we didn't have a dinner table. That was the best.
Good thing we didn't buy one.
I know.
We didn't need
We
it.
didn't need it. That room was like as big as this, literally as big as this.
Well, no, it was big. It was the living area, the sleeping area, the kitchen, bathroom,
I guess
the
it was
laundry
smaller,
room,
right.
the storage room.
There's a studio apartment.
It is
that
big.
had a kitchen. My hair's sticking out. Yeah, I want to start grilling the guys more. Lose weight. Stop eating so much, you fat lards. Seriously. Stop eating so much food. Control yourself. That's what guys need to do. I've been able to maintain, for the most part, my same weight. I've gained about 20 pounds, but it's because I was a twig when we got married. None of this like, embrace your curves. Just stop eating so much freaking food.
And we'll end with a kiss.
Also, level up. Stop being a loser. Like, open up that second job. Do something in your basement. I've been in it for like 12 years. And now I have a whole studio. We just expanded. I've got 2,000 square feet of a basement studio now, of my videography studio. I doubled my revenue in the last 2 months.
I can't wear the outfit I wanted to wear.
Don't be a loser. Wives, embrace your soft girl. Submit to your man. It's not bad. It's not like this negative connotation. You'll be happy. You don't have to make decisions. Girls hate making decisions. Just let the guy do it. Submit to him. Why do you want to be dudes? I'm putting this at the very end because most of the algorithms aren't going to catch this, and I hope I don't get canceled for it, but I mean it. Okay, I just berated the guys to level up, stop being losers, stop being lackadaisical, stop eating so much food. For the girls, this is the one thing that I'd recommend. 2 things. Embrace the soft girl, and don't leverage sex for compliance. Stop it. I think one of the most healthy things in our relationship is that we, regardless of how we feel, maintain a healthy, intimate life. Not like once a month, not even once a week. Okay? The guy wants it, give it to him. That's your duty. Sorry, cancel me. Girls are the ones that have control over the sexuality. Guys can't force it on girls. They shouldn't be. But the girls, a part of your wifely duty is to satisfy your man sexually. Just do it. You get pleasure out of it too. Okay, ran over. Right, Abby?
Why are you yelling?
Come over here, because it's mad. It makes me mad. There's so many sexless marriages out there, Abby. And a lot of it is because the dude's a loser and he's stupid and he doesn't own up to his masculine burden of performance. But also the ladies out there, you guys withhold. You withhold sexual intimacy for compliance. Oh, he's lazy. Oh, he doesn't do what I want. I don't blah blah blah. Sorry, it's part of your duty. Same with his duty. Abby, I need you to come over here so it's not just me mansplaining over here. Do you agree?
Talked about this before.
Sit down and say yes. Abby, get over here.
No.
She's not coming over here. You don't agree with me? Oh man, I guess I haven't manipulated her enough. She's just embarrassed to say it because she's such a soft girl. But absolutely. Sorry, ran over. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on the next one. Thank you so much for listening to
Shh, Mom is talking.
Like, subscribe, and write a review on any of the sites that you are listening to this on. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and check out some of our other content. Join us in next episode. This is Andy and Evelyn signing out.